EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Okay, ready?
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 20-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
On On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Pickett. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Pickett will look to throw it here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Pickett. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now Pickett on 4th down. Looking for Austin, intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
You went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready, Black Ultra.
In motion, Hill.
And cycle. Hey,
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 7, Pickett. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off play action, Pickett. And this one is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again. And they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Let's go now.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Eagle blue. Drill green. Ready. Cut.
Here's Tua.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Now Pickett.
One, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Pickett back to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And that felt like a little attempt and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready.
Here's Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14 Steelers, nothing.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Well, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Wait.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
And Johnson's extra point up and good,
and it is 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
Flush to his right. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And some room to maneuver.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the set.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.